everybody, welcome to The Colors of Beauty by Elle. I'm Isabelle. Welcome back and welcome all my new subscribers. I hope everybody is doing good and safe and sound and are having just a wonderful summer. Summer's almost over, so I'm looking really forward to the cooler weather here in Arizona because it's been pretty warm, you know, with the different climates and everything, changes in the climate. It's just crazy. Before I start this video, I want to give my my prayers and my thoughts are to all the people that are affected by these terrible changes in the climate out there. The people in Texas, the people in Florida, the people in the Caribbean, the people in Mexico who had that really bad earthquake. It's just been one thing after another, and I'm overwhelmed by the number of people and families that are being displaced by these natural causes out in the world. Please, I'm so sorry. My heart goes out to you guys. It really does. And I'm praying for everyone out there that your families are safe, foremost. And, you know, things can be replaced. And I know that it's devastating, you know, for your homes and everything. But I do want to say that my heart is out to you guys, and I'm praying for each and every one of you guys out there. And so okay, so we'll go on with this video. Anyways, I want to continue my series of my menopause. If you haven't seen parts 1 and 2, I will link them below. I think this is part 3. I think it is. But anyways, so let's get on with it. Now, before I want to say something, I'm not a physician, so I can't, the things that I am going to be saying are from experience from me, from what I am going through and what's helping me get through this journey of my life. So I hope it will help somebody out there. I'm not a physician, and I'm not trained in any way in this particular field of health. So yeah, so you know, please, if you need extensive help or anything like that, please go to your physician, ask questions. That is my number one tip. Go to your doctor. But these are just things that I am going to be sharing what's been helping me for, you know, with these particular symptoms. So, okay, so let's get started. Okay, hot flashes. Holy cow, the hot flashes never stop. Now, I had said before in, I think maybe the last or the first video, I don't know. The first time I got a hot flash, I was at work. I was sitting there doing, you know, on my desk writing, and then all of a sudden I had this overwhelmed feeling of heat. It started in my front of my chest, went back onto my back, and then it was like started to come up to my head, and I was like, oh, holy cow in a box, what the heck is going on with me? So what that was my first encounter with a hot flash. It was not pleasant, and it was horrible. It was horrible. So one of many hot flashes, you know, that I've had in my life, and I'm sure it's not going to be the last. But I think the first one is always the worst. I think for me, anyways, that was the first one and the worst one ever that I have ever had. It was just so bad. So what causes hot flashes, first of all? It's actually a bad circulation that happens in your body because of your hormones. Your hormones are so like up and down, up and down. It's just terrible. And so what happens is your body gets all kinds of wacky, acky, tabacky, so it's just the bad circulation that happens. So what happens is the blood vessels on the surface of the skin dilate, and to try to keep you cool. And then it just like you feel like you're just so like on fire, and then it makes you sweat because your body's trying to keep cool. So that's why you get the hot flash sweats, which makes it very uncomfortable for when you're sleeping at night. That's why sometimes when you have the hot flashes, that's a lot, or most of the time, the cause of you not being able to sleep at night, because it's so freaking hot and you're sweating, and then when you sweat, you get the chills because you're sweating so much, and then you get the air that's on you, and then you get chilled, but then you're hot on the inside, and it's just a crazy up and down roller coaster that just cannot be you can't describe it. It's just awful. And then what happens is sometimes your heart starts to pound, and you feel like I do anyways, this is my experience, my heart starts to pound, and it feels like it's pounding out of my chest. It's like, oh my God, am I having a heart attack, or am I just what the hell's happening? But a lot of it, most of the time for me, it is because of the hormone changes in my body, and I'm going through a hot flash and sweats and rapid heartbeat. But a lot of it too, you can prevent it, not prevent it, I guess, because there's really nothing you can really do for a hot flash to completely make it go away. But you can reduce some of it. A lot of it is because of stress, can onset more hot flashes. Also, alcohol. If you drink alcohol, I got a hair on my face. If you drink alcohol, because it dilates. Anyways, your blood vessels dilate when you drink alcohol, and it can bring on more hot flashes in that way. Also, spicy food, oh boy, because it's spicy, and it's like hot, and that can trigger a lot more of the hot flashes too. Caffeine is a good one for that one too, and it doesn't help when you're drinking caffeine at night too. So you might want to, I used to when a while back, I used to drink coffee before bedtime, and I know it's what am I thinking, whatever, but I really liked it because of dessert, when you have dessert or whatever with a cup of coffee. So I cut that out in my routine, and that seemed to help me a lot, especially with my sleeping, because caffeine is known to keep you up, a stimulant anyways. So cut off the caffeine. Even the tea has caffeine in it. So you may want to go with maybe like an herbal tea, if you have to have like a tea or something, hot to sip on at nighttime with your dessert. Try an herbal tea that doesn't have any caffeine in it. I like the chamomile teas, that helps, help me too with relaxing before I go to bed, and also with the hot flashes, it does help with that. Also, tight clothing. Oh, I've learned not to wear tight clothes. I don't really care for tight clothes anyways. Tight clothing just makes me feel so, I don't know, so claustrophobic and so closed in, I'll leave that for the younger girls, for the younger people out there, you know, that have the beautiful bodies and whatnot, but I like more of a, you know, comfort clothes now. What I'm wearing is this is actually a sweatshirt. It's a sweatshirt dress. It looks like a sweatshirt, but it's a dress that goes down. It's really, really comfy. And this is really kind of a thinner material, so I really like that. And it's breathable, and it's not too hot for me. So I really like this, you know, to wear around the house or whatnot. It's also nice when you're going out, you know, if you're running errands or whatnot. So I like this a lot. Also, you might want to, you know, cigarette smoke. Cigarettes do that too. If if you tend to have cigarettes, smoke, you may want to cut down the cigarette smoking in the evening time to, you know, maybe have just one, you know, or whatever in the evening when you're watching, you know, when you're just after your dinner or whatever, and then cut it out from there. Maybe that'll help also with the hot flashes. So to help the hot flashes, what I do for my hot flashes, wearing the loose clothes a lot helps me tremendously. I am a fan of loose clothing. I like to get my clothes a little bit big, because I don't like to feel like I'm like tight, you know, closed in. I don't like that feeling. You know, I like it to skim my body, and I don't like it to be real tight. So that's helped me a lot, because I feel like when I wear tight clothes, I feel so like, and I get hot really, really easy with tight clothes. But with loose clothes, I feel more comfortable. I can move around, you know, and it just feels more comfortable to me. Also, exercising has helped me a lot. I have been trying to get back to my routine in running, so that's been helping me a lot. Not saying that it cuts out the whole hot flash effects for me, but it does help. You know, it does really, really help me a lot. Also, you know, eating a little bit better, you know, in your diet, that helps I am the last one to say, you know, to eat more of healthier foods or whatever, because I am the worst person ever. I eat a lot of different things. My weight is always going up and down, but I keep the exercise going. But as far as my eating habits, I try really hard to have, you know, healthy eating. What I do though, what I am constant in is my shakes in the morning. I love having my protein shakes in the morning, because they too I get my vegetables, my greens in there, and I also get my calcium, and with the spinach and the greens, and then I do put almond milk in there for my calcium, and I do put yogurt in there, and my fruit with the bananas, and you know, with blueberries are so good for you guys. Blueberries. It's a superfood. It's so good for you. So yeah, that's what I never miss out on my shakes. So that's a good thing. Also, if you have hot flashes, like extreme hot flashes, go see your physician. That's the number one thing. Like I said in the beginning of my video, go see your physician. Talk to him or her about your situation or what your symptoms are, because that is so important, to get a professional person that knows what they're doing and knows what they're saying and knows how to treat you in that particular thing. Also, what helps too is having like a cool pillow. You know, you can find those. I don't know I personally don't have a cool pillow, but I have heard from other people that a cool pillow, is really, really, really nice to have, and I want to get one. It's in my bucket list somewhere. So I do want to get a cool pillow, or even one of those what do you call those air conditioners that you put underneath your the sheets. I seen those like on Amazon and stuff like that, which looks really cool. Oh, get it? Really cool to keep you cool. That's funny. Anyways, so you might want to invest in something like that, for your hot flashes at night. Also, also another thing you might want to try is talk to your doctor about hormone therapy replacement. There's nothing wrong with it, nothing at all. So you might want to talk to your doctor about that, because that will probably reduce your hot flashes a lot. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about sex. Sex. What can I say? A lot of women, I don't have this particular problem, or whatever you want to call it. I don't guess it's a problem. I don't know. But your libido goes down when you're during menopause. I know that some of my friends, they have talked about it. A lot of times, because of your energy level, your libido is all about energy. So when you're like in your you're just so tired, and you don't want to you don't feel sexy, and you don't feel pretty, and you're hot, and you're having all this stuff. The last thing you want to do is think about being intimate, because you don't want somebody's like body on your cup, because you're hot and you're miserable, and you're like, oh my god, so from what my friends have told me, they're just like, I just don't want anything to do with it, and a lot of it has to do with vaginal dryness as well. Vaginal dryness is 1 out of 3 women in menopausal stage or perimenopausal will have dryness. And the reason why is because in the vagina you have a healthy vagina is going to have a thin layer of fluid, a thin layer of fluid, mucus, or whatever you want to call it, in there to keep it healthy, and it will be elasticy, to where it's more comfortable to have intercourse, and more when you're going to the bathroom peeing, it does, you're going to have that. And I know you don't pee in the same place where you're in the vagina or whatever, but it's all in the same area, so urine can get in there sometimes too, and it stings. Now I do have this particular problem. This is a problem that I have had, so I know what I'm talking about for me. So when I urinate or whatever, and my that area down there is so dry, it stings. It does, because it's crack. It's not. I guess it's not crackly, but it does. It's dry, and when it does. It stings. So. And then that goes back with the sex thing. You don't want to have sex when you're you're all like, it hurts, and it stings, and sometimes it can cause itchiness too, and chafing down below. So it's very, very uncomfortable. The levels of your hormones are just so wacky that with the hot flashes too, it causes the vagina down there to get hot and dry. So so what they call that, when your vagina, when you go to the doctor, they call that atrophy, vaginal atrophy. It's because it's starting to like it gets smaller, and so it gets tighter, and it gets thinner in there. So when you have penetration, it hurts. And it hurts, and especially with the friction, it can cause tearing, and it can cause some bleeding, and it can cause just a very, very uncomfortable feeling too. So it makes it unpleasurable when you're with your partner, when you're having sex. So yeah, we don't want that. We don't want that. We want to be thriving women in our later years, and enjoy, and you want to enjoy your partner too. So what I have done for me, I have tried. I've gone to my gynecologist, and she's given me some estrogen. Like a cream. It comes like, you can either get it like in a suppository or in a what you like, it's kind of like a tampon applicator kind of thing, and you put it in there, and it helps that whole area down there to be healthier, and more elasticity, and more better. So it does give it the fluid around it that your body needs to have a better, be more healthy, I guess. Have a healthier vaginal area. Like I don't think that, for me, I don't think that those kind of creams have as much potency as the ones that you take orally, like the pills, but it does give you relief down below, so that you can enjoy being more intimate. Now I have only used that stuff a couple of times, or in tubes or whatnot. But what I also recommend as well is maybe you might want to use like a water soluble lubricant, like a KY jelly. That's what you don't want to use. What you do not want to use is petroleum jelly. Petroleum jelly is it just harbors bacteria, so it's so like goopy and thick, and it just all the bacteria just stays in there, and then you can get an infection and make it very uncomfortable, and you can also get a UTI from it. So don't use Vaseline as a lubricant for the inside of your body. It's okay if you use it on the outside, for cuts or for dry skin or whatnot, but I don't recommend it for a lubricant when you're having intercourse. That would be not good for you. Not good. So yeah, maybe you can try those things. I've tried those things, and it helps a lot. And as far as if you don't feel like you're sexy or whatever, and you're just like, oh, I don't want to, whatever, I don't want to, I don't feel sexy or whatever, try taking a bubble bath or a nice warm shower, try getting into something cozy, a nice, something cute, like some cute lingerie, and if you don't have cute lingerie, just maybe even one of your partner's shirts, and just cuddle up with him, and make sure, before you have intercourse, that you're feeling relaxed and you're feeling aroused, because that will start your your, for lack of, I don't know what I'm gonna, I don't know what it's called, but your juice is going. So that way you guys can have a better intimate experience with each other, and it causes you to be closer to your partner as well. So that's that. What else was I going to say for this particular segment? Oh boy, let's talk about the breast. Now, the breast can get really super tender, very tender during this time of your life, where if you hug somebody and it's like, oh my God, what's happening? I'm not pregnant. I'm not lactating or anything like that. I, for one, breastfed all 4 of my children, and I know what it feels like to be engorged, with breast milk. It freaking hurts. Holy cow. You're like, oh. So sometimes when you're in this particular time of your life, you do feel like your breasts are very tender because your hormones are so unbalanced as well. It all goes back to the hormones, girls. All of it. The whole kit and caboodle. And I gotta blame Eve for that one. Anyways, so when that happens, I'm pretty ample up here in the breast area. So I like to wear a minimal bras. The bras, I don't know, the kind that are really keep you tight up here, because that helps a lot when you're when you're not busty. You still feel like they hurt. You're just like, get away from me, Jerry, don't touch me. My husband's name is Jerry, but I got this from a movie. I don't know what movie it was, but it's like, oh, holy cow, don't touch me, don't hug me, don't, get away, just get away. You want to be like, okay, arm's distance away, yeah, because sometimes they're really super tender. So what I do is I like to wear the really tight, not like tight, like, like a teeny tiny bra, but you do want them to be very secure and kind of like a my favorite thing is a sports bra. Think of a sports bra type of thing, where they're on there and they're just like, you just feel like they're just secure. I know that a lot of times if I take my bra off, it feels more, it hurts me more when I'm in that, when I'm going through that particular time of, it hurts me more. I don't know if it's because of the gravity, or because when I'm walking and it just kind of like, everything starts to move around and it's like, so, some women like it. And now don't get me wrong, I'm all for take my bra off means I'm going to be staying in the house. That's comfortable. It really is when I'm not having an episode like that. But when I am, then I tend to go towards my sports bras, the ones that I run in, because those keep the girls in nice and compact, and I don't feel like, they're like moving around, and so it feels more comfortable for me. Also, you may want to do like some hot compresses, sometimes help. So, that's going to help a lot. So, yeah. So, anyways, you guys, so those are the things that I am going through or do go through during this particular time in my menopause time. So it's just, everybody is different. Oh, I forgot to mention the weight gain. Girl, the weight gain. Weight gain is the devil, I'm telling you. Everything you eat goes, for me, because of my body shape, everything goes either to my ass or my stomach. It's either my ass or my stomach. It looks, you know, like I'm like an oval right here. It's just me. I have really thin legs and I have big boobs, but when I eat, if I don't watch what I eat, you know, if I'm not running, it's like an oval. So it's just awful. I'm gonna draw this here, you know. So it's like this. It's so funny because I'm like, holy cow, you know, Isabelle, you know, this is me. I don't know if you can see that or not. Yeah, that's like that. So I found that running for me was the biggest thing for me that I have. I know I keep saying this, but this is what I do. What I have found to be my time, my saving grace, as you may want to say. I don't know, but it helps a lot with. It has kept my belly down, because when you're going through menopause, you get more cortisol. I guess it's what it's called. I don't know if I'm saying that right. And that makes keep your fat, belly fat, more plumpy, I guess. So you have to do something about it, you know. I've been eating more, like I said, in the morning, mostly with my shakes. And I'm trying to cut down on portions. I eat what I want when I want what I want, but my portions are smaller. They are smaller, so I have to say that. And that's helped me a lot. Yeah. So, and for the rump, squats and squats and squats and more squats. You really want to do a lot of squats. So that's been helping me a lot with the weight gain. You know, that's, you know, you may want to go to a nutritionist or ask your doctor if you're having a lot of issues with that, to see, you know, or even to the gym, because a lot of the gym people there, the trainers can give you a great gym membership, you know, a great regimen for your workout. So that would be really good too for you. So and yeah, so that's about, let me see what my list is here. I'm going to go down the list here. I think those are the only things that I have been experiencing with my menopause. So I hope that this was helpful. Also, another thing, I'm like all over the place because I'm talking, because as I remember, drink a lot of water. A lot of water. Water is, really super good. Hydrate is so important. I can't emphasize that enough. Hydration. No sugary stuff, which I need to work on, because I usually, you know what, I really don't. I guess not. I like a soda once in a while, you know, but most of the time I drink water. Yay me. Anyways, hydrate, you guys. It's so important to hydrate. Keeps your skin supple and moist. It starts from the inside out. So if you're not hydrated on the inside, it's going to show on the outside. So make sure that you drink a lot of water. So I guess that's it for this series. I guess this is all of it. So I hope you guys got something out of this. I'm hoping that you you know, found this very, very helpful. And let me know down below if you have any questions, or if you want me to address anything. I can do that too. If I'm having any problems or whatever with a certain thing that you're having, let me know. Say, hey Isabelle, do you have problems with this? I'll let you know, be like, oh yeah, you know, or maybe I forgot something. I don't know. So yeah, that's it for this series. I hope this was helpful. Follow me on all my social medias. I got Instagram, I have Facebook, Twitter, and Snapchat. And I hope you guys subscribe and like my video, thumbs up, and share it. Please share my videos. And I hope you guys have a beautiful, colorful day. And I will see you in the next video. Bye. Subscribe.